Hey, this is Naomi Nachman, and this is Sunny Side Up. Hey everyone, I'm very excited to have with me on the set today Chaya Suri Leitner, Spice and Zest, bread baker extraordinaire. She's famous for her sourdough bread tutorials.
Thank you for having me today.
I'm so excited to talk about Purim.
So we're gonna make crostinis for passing, and you know I'm all about the bread and I love a good bread, and this is just great if you have people coming in, you know, during the day, just hopping in and out. They feel like they're eating something
delicious and so flavorful.
So we're gonna make 3 different flavor combinations just so that there is something for everyone. You wanna get a nice good baguette. I like it nice and crispy. And then we're just gonna slice it very, very thin because you don't want when you bite into it and be like, yeah. But you don't want it too thin either because if you have it something like this, it's going to fall apart once you start putting the components.
So we want something more like this than like this, okay?
Right, so you're gonna put them on the cookie sheet and then we're gonna drizzle a little oil on it and...
what kind of oil do you use?
I like to use olive oil, good quality olive oil. And we're gonna bake it on 350
till it's crispy.
And you don't want to drizzle a lot because you don't want it to get saturated in fat and then it's just gonna get like oily. You just want to get that little crisp, and we're gonna put it into the oven.
We're gonna start off by making the tomatoes. Okay, so what do we need?
So for the tomatoes we need tomatoes.
She's got it right.
And garlic and some olive oil. I like to add some rosemary as well because I feel like it gives really great flavor, but you do not have to add that if you don't have it. Just the garlic and the tomatoes itself is amazing. So you could put the rosemary in whole, so by the time it comes out of the oven, you could just fish it out and put it in the garbage for those who don't like, you know, the pieces in there. But since I like it and I like the contrast of color, I'm just gonna break it into small pieces so we can bake it that way. We're gonna add a little bit of oil. And you do not need to cover it, even though when you do anything confit, it's covered in oil. And
what does confit mean?
Confit means covered in fat. It could be either oil, either chicken fat, or anything like that, and cooked low and slow. I don't always use that much oil because I don't want to use so much oil, especially if it's a big container. If you do it in a smaller one, then you can cover the whole thing in oil. By the way, the oil is delicious. I use it to top anything, whether it's grilled cheese or salads or whatever else. I always save the oil for everything.
That's brilliant. That's a great idea.
Yeah. Now we're gonna go pull out the crostini and we're gonna get this in the oven. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make an olive tapenade to put on the bread. Okay, so we're gonna put olives in here and parsley. Now you don't need to add salt here because the olives are generally salty, so you don't need to salt it. If you want, you could put a little black pepper or any kind of heat, whatever you like.
Heat by meaning like a little sriracha,
right? Or even
peppers.
A fresh hot pepper, a jalapeno. So we're gonna pulse it.
Remember, we're looking for a chunky paste.
Yeah. So this is what we're looking for. Now you can use any olives that you like. You can use Kalamata olives or black olives. Now we're gonna get this in a bowl and we're gonna move on to the next one.
Next up is the avocado. We're gonna mash it with some fresh parsley, kosher salt, and Chaya Suri is gonna squeeze in the
fresh lemon. Always use fresh lemon.
No more bottled lemon juice.
Yeah, it just adds such a different flavor. And then I'm gonna add some salt in here.
Kosher salt, of course. So we're mashing everything up. See, it's a little chunky.
Yeah, so that's what we want. We're looking for a little chunky.
Okay, so let's get it into that. Maybe I'll give you that. You can use a spoon. Maybe I'll just lick the fork.
Next, we're gonna do the marinated onions right here. We have sliced onions. You want to slice it very thin. We're gonna put in some, you can either put in balsamic vinegar or red wine vinegar, or sometimes I even put a little apple cider vinegar, whatever I have on hand. I know Naomi loves balsamic
I love balsamic vinegar.
So.
Seriously, since when it first came on the market kosher like 20 something years ago, I've always had it in my pantry. It's a staple in my pantry.
So we're gonna add some of that and olive oil.
Couple drizzles of that.
We're gonna add a little dry parsley.
Okay, that gives us a little color as well.
Salt.
Salt.
Yeah, and we're gonna mix everything up. And if you see that it's not covered with the amount of oil that you have, because sometimes an onion could be a little bigger or smaller, you can just add a little more oil. It's okay if it's not, you know, exactly what the recipe says. Just play around and see what feels right for you. We're gonna go on to our garlic aioli. Really fancy name.
So what we did was to prepare the roasted head of garlic, we cut the top of the root intact. We cut the top of the garlic off. We added some salt, a little bit of olive oil, and we covered it in foil.
And so, yeah.
And we roasted it for 45 minutes.
Yeah, until it was nice and soft. And all we need to do now is squeeze it out. You could do it straight into the mayonnaise.
Straight into the mayonnaise,
yeah.
Okay. So look at that squeeze out. You might need both hands.
So I would love to do mayonnaise aioli from scratch, you know, mix the eggs and the oil, but let's be real.
Who has time for that?
Yeah.
We're all busy mums.
First, we're gonna add just a little squeeze of lemon, not a lot. You just wanna add a little bit to perk up the flavors.
We're gonna set that aside. Let's grab the crostini and the tomatoes, and then we're gonna assemble. Okay, time to assemble these beautiful ingredients coming all together.
Yes, so we're going to first start with our mashed avocado. We're gonna put a nice chunk of avocado on the bread. Here we go. And we wanna just get it evenly all over. And then we're gonna put some beef fry, really crispy. You're gonna get that crisp.
I love crispy. You crisp this up on a fry pan, low and slow.
It gets really crispy.
Yeah, you can hear that crackle.
Yeah. So we're just gonna put some on.
You can hear it, right?
We're gonna put some on, and then we're going to finish it off with some marinated onions. And this is what gives it different flavor, different colors, and it just looks so pretty and it's so tasty. And here you go, you have your hors d'oeuvres platter.
All right, let's have on. This is amazing. Just the right amount of balance and texture and profiles. Maybe we'll eat the whole platter. Chaya Suri, thank you so much for coming and help us prepare for Purim. I really loved having you on the show. And I learned so much. I hope everybody else did as well. So thank you for watching. You can find recipes like this and more on kosher.com. We're ready! The same when we're saying it.
You can just say it, you know, like...
What? California, here I go. Making off. Pause, we need a fork. Oh, damn, I'm like, is it gonna be right? Is it gonna be right? Is it gonna be right?